This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off resale and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Hey, what about that Ultimate Spider cast?
What about it? Boo. I'm tired of that drop.
Never gets old. Anyway, welcome back to the Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil. That enthusiastic Ben Radley lover is.
Hey y'all, it's a little Hellfire.
And today, week 2 of our Lizard Month, we're going to be covering Amazing Spider-Man 365, the supersized 30th anniversary issue.
Nice little holographic image going on.
Holographic image of Amazing Fantasy 15 there.
So hard to see.
I know. That's why, for once, the art for this episode will not be the cover. We'll also get to the 20 Spider-Man titles that released this week.
Spider-Man is the new Wolverine. Hashtag deal with it.
Cha-ching. Well, Spider-Man's been that way for the longest time.
True. Maybe Wolverine was the new Spider-Man?
That's right. That's right, bub.
Alright, let's just get into it. Issue 365.
That's right. Spider-Man's 30th anniversary. We'll get to another one of these 30th anniversary issues when we do Mysterio, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an event. Of course it is.
Well, yeah, every Spider-Man book this month had to have one.
Yeah, so.
But, yeah,
that's
this one...
not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
This kind of picks up where we left off, though.
Yes, it's the next appearance of the Lizard after last episode.
Calamity.
Todd McFarlane 90s Fest.
I'm just saying, Fathers and Sins, it sounds more like it should be either a Green Goblin or a Hobgoblin story, just from the title. I'm just saying.
Of course.
It's just oh, they wasted it on the Lizard.
Because, yes, we see the Lizard jumping from rooftop to rooftop until
in New York City.
Until he's lurking outside the apartment of his wife and son.
Peeping Lizard.
Where Peter and Mary Jane are at, and I'm just I remember every time I read this, I'm like, was Peter and Mary Jane that close to the Connor family? I didn't think so.
Well, I thought Peter was.
They've talked from time to time, but I thought they knew him better as Spider-Man.
Free cake. It's a birthday party, you know?
That's true. Oh, look at Mary Jane. You think she's eating cake?
Well, Peter is.
Okay, yeah.
And she goes along to keep an eye on him. Make sure Betty Grant or, the ghost of frickin' Gwen doesn't come along and...
Liz Allen.
Exactly.
You ever know that Deb Whitman's going to catch a bus back to New York?
So, she keeps her eye on Peter. That's how I just took it, so.
Yes. And so we see, Billy has some friends over. Again, Billy Connors is like Franklin Richards. He ages and de-ages as you need him to.
That's the beauty of comic books. You just gotta roll with it, bro. So you and Charlie gotta stop taking stuff so seriously. I'm riding this high of being able to be done with DC for quite a long time, coming Wednesday. So it's just live and let live. Bone be bone. I'm just,
it doesn't bug me like it bugs Charlie, but I just find it funny. Just because he's obviously a teenager here, but I forget
it's in
the book now he's probably 8 or something or 10 or something.
It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
Sliding time.
Gotta adjust, unless you want to do real time, which we'll talk about later. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so he's being a peeping lizard, and
Then we see Peter and Mary Jane talking about Peter wants to be there for them because of the Lizard, because, he talks about his last battle, of course, Spider-Man 1 through 5 that we covered last episode.
Yeah, but then, of course, Peter's spider senses start going off. And
yep.
And it's kind of rude to be in someone's bedroom, talking at somebody's birthday. It's just weird. They have no manners. You'd think they were damn millennials or something.
Who?
Pete and MJ, when they're, having that conversation.
Oh, I thought they were in the kitchen or something.
I thought it was a bedroom. I don't know. It's New York. It's hard to tell. No, seriously, sometimes they have like bathtubs and kitchens. You're in an old-timey enough apartment.
Oh yeah, I remember that loft they had in Soho. It was just like an open floor. It was like the top floor of a factory, basically.
Which, people pay millions for now, so they were ahead of the curve.
But yeah, then the lizard comes in Billy's bedroom, and no, it's not Martha's, because Martha goes in to get his birthday present, a skateboard.
Eat my shorts.
And Kurt Connors says the lizard he's in control. His brain's in control of the lizard, but he needs the boy.
He's got to cure himself.
That's right.
He's not a clone.
He's
just child DNA, no big. Our reptilian overlords are just so in our face with their agenda in this book. That's for Charlie, in case he's listening.
I'm sure he'll find a way. So yeah, the lizard scratches Billy to get some DNA. Again, why does he have to scratch his face? Like he couldn't do a palm of a hand or something? Yeah.
Or stomach lining cells, because that's the best place to get your cells from.
Something. Why do it have to be the face? Because aren't you worried you're gonna scar your kid?
I just love how he's like, I haven't come to hurt you. Scratch, blood being drawn.
I know, yeah. So, of course, Pete was checking it out. His spider sense went off, so he comes flying in the window as Spider-Man.
Oh, God.
But, of course, once he drop kicks the lizard,
Lizard's in control, baby, and we're back.
Yeah, that makes Connors lose control. Smacks him with his tail and sends him flying through those paper-thin New York apartment walls.
But Billy had to be so happy. Bro, Spider-Man showed up at my birthday party.
Well, I was thinking the rest of the kids are probably, they're trashing his house, but the rest of the kids were like, cool, it's like a Spider-Man fight right here.
I know. Mary Jane's just standing there and somebody tells her what to do.
Well, Pete's like, lady, get those kids out of here. Of course, we get more Spider-Man lizard fight, and then Billy comes in and smacks him over the head with the skateboard.
As you do, Mm-hmm. Skateboards are multifaceted. You can use it for transportation, a weapon.
Pass the Ninja Turtles.
Damn straight. Cowabunga.
That's Tony Connor Hawk.
3 names that do not need to be in the same sentence together.
I know. But yeah, Billy's attack snaps Connors out of it, so he jumps through the window, but off where Pete hits him with a spider tracer.
Oh, sure, why not?
Oops. What?
Those damn spider tracers, they get me every time. It's like the imaging juicer. It's just really?
Well, no, it's just funny, early on, first he had that tracking device, then he had tuned them to his spider sense. As we'll find this issue, it may not always be the best idea.
I was going to say, yeah. Still working on that,
Mm-hmm.
Work in progress, always.
So then Spider-Man leaps out the window after the lizards. I'm surprised he didn't sing it. He says, I'm off to see the lizard. I'm off to see the lizard.
There was some restraint.
Yes. And we see Billy pick up a knife and take off.
Oh.
His skateboard.
Oh.
And just in case you're feeling bad for the lizard, of course, they have to highlight that scratch on his face.
Oh. Wait, what the heck? He's got that teenage angst hormones, homicidal hormone problem, I guess.
As I said, he has to be as old as you need him to be, so they had to age him up to a teenager for this part. For this story.
Not for nothing. When I lived in New York, I saw 5-year-olds in the park by themselves. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I know. So then Pete, the spider sense, the spider tracer signal leads to the sewers, of course.
I was going to say, duh.
Hope that tracer's waterproof.
And of course he's unaware that Billy's following him. Great job. Great job with the spider sense. What is this, Spider-Man 2? Come on.
Oh, you skipped the 2 panels of the mysterious couple heading for Aunt May's house.
Dun, dun, dun. Who cares about Aunt May? That's all that I'm saying. Right. I wish she would kick the bucket. I'm tired of them playing. Let her stay dead like Uncle Ben for all I care at this point.
I know how you feel. I'm just one more day. We had to save her. We had to get rid of the mayor to save her.
I know. It's no. Anyway.
So yeah, Pete's talking to Bill, or Spider-Man's talking to Billy, and he says, "You saved me and Mom. It's got to end now." And so Spider-Man tells him to go home, and then Billy's like, "I can't do that. This has to end." And then he shows the knife tucked in his pants. It's like, dude, I know you're a kid, but watch your junk, okay? I ain't putting no unsheathed knife in my pants, that's all I'm saying.
Reckless kids, bro. That's all this is about. Reckless kids not thinking.
Don't need to bother yourself.
Now, that's a so 90s reference.
I was going to say, the kids were like, what's that?
Google it. Or there's a Lifetime movie, I'm sure.
So.
Oh, there is. I believe it's Alyssa Milano as a. Yeah. There is.
Wow. There's a time for love and a time. Never mind.
Anyway, he's like, oh, we get a little Doc Ock reference about the maintenance tunnel thing too.
Yes. Yeah, because he finds a high-tech lab, which he's like, oh, this must be the part of the complex Doc Ock built under the Daily Bugle, which we discussed in episode 8. So.
Self-destruct system. You gotta love them. For when villains just absolutely have to villain.
A superior way to clean up after yourself.
Noise.
That's right, Charlie. I said I'm never going to be able to mention Doc Ock again without saying superior. He'll be like, as you should.
Oh man, but I never trusted Connors. Like it's just one of those things you'll never have control over, no matter how hard you try.
Well, it's just like I was listening to one podcast, and they had a point. It's like, yeah, no, Connors tried to play, he turned himself into a lizard because supposedly he was looking for, for a way for all humans to regenerate limbs. But it's like, no, he lost his arm, and he's like, here, let me grow my arm back.
I mean, necessity is the mother of invention.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you shouldn't, experiment on yourself.
I was going to say, this is why we don't rush to human testing.
Exactly. I mean, no bunny should be subjected to that either.
No.
Save it for the rats.
Aw, cute little bunny lizard.
I feel like that's an anime just waiting to happen. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, the lizard walks in. I mean, he took a tiny little cell sample. I don't know why he needs this giant 40-ounce can. Was that his 40-ouncer?
I was gonna say, maybe he's making something else.
Yeah, because then Connors is telling Spider-Man that the magic Calypso worked on him in our last episode, altered his metabolism, caused him to swing from warm blood to cold at random. So he wandered the sewers until he smashed the wall and found this lab. But he needed untainted DNA, so that's why he scratched Billy.
Not so inconspicuously.
So he started up the machine, he steps into the radiation beam, and voila.
Like, Spider-Man really is like, yes, please continue your science experiment. I'm curious as well. For science!
No, Pete tells him, he's like, the machine's rigged. If you rev it up to full power, it's going to explode.
I think he was just encouraging him, like, yeah,
Well, he grabbed his arm.
Clean up my mess for me.
He grabs his arm and says, no. And of course, once again, lizard. No one says no to the lizard. So he swings back into full lizard persona and,
that must be one slippery lizard. It just seems like Peter can never, get a hold of him. He must be, slimy like a salamander or something. He's always, never got enough leverage.
Well, I mean, he hits him one with the back of his fist and his super powerful tail, which it must be because, I mean, look, when it strikes him, it comes under his leg. Up,
That's a smooth move there, X-Lax.
I hope that's his tail.
Ooh.
Looks like, what's the lizard's number? Anyway. So yeah.
Let's go back to Queens where Aunt May answers the door and she's greeted by Richard and Mary Parker.
Hold on, where are we at?
Did I skip ahead too far?
Well, there was a lot of fighting through the sewers.
Yeah, there's a lot of fighting.
Yeah, just smash, die of warm blood, blah blah blah. But then, because of course it's the anniversary issue, we're gonna have to do this again. Connor, or the lizard, brings a bunch of the ceiling down on Spider-Man. Because I believe there's a subway train on top of him too and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So Spider-Man's pinned under a ton of rubble. I wonder he's gonna do. 30th anniversary. I wonder what classic event can we redo here?
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, honestly, Peter should be more like Batman. I don't have to save you.
Yeah. Well, that's not Pete. Remember, with great power.
I know, but from time to time he does think about it, and the only thing that saves him from not doing it is the Uncle Ben thing. So
yeah. Well, I mean, he thinks here. Well, after Aunt May gets her visit from the androids. Spoiler.
Oh, you spoiled it.
Because they say she's like, oh, it can't be you. You're dead, and then she passes out.
She's such a frail old lady. She, to be have stuck around this long in the mythos.
Well, if you see someone you thought was dead for 30 years and you're like 100 years old, do the math.
That's why they got Marissa Tomei now. It's okay.
Tony Stark, so you can follow me. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, Peter's trapped under the rubble. He's thinking about Uncle Ben, and he's like, I can't let that happen to Billy. I stood by and did nothing one time, and,
Yeah, exactly. But, the lizard already activated the machine, triggering the self-destruct sequence by the time he gets there. So.
But again, Peter has to lift the rubble off him, just like he did, what was that, Amazing Spider-Man? Was it 33? When the Master Planner married him?
Oh.
The superior Master Planner?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
My stomach
trying to come out of my throat just thinking about that issue.
Doc Ock uses it. He loves using every name but his own. He's an identity.
If it was Octavius, would you want to really? It's kind of like Bartholomew, really.
He's an identity thief. Fight me, Charlie. I said.
Yeah, he is a villain. That's what villains do.
Yeah. So yeah. Connors is the lizard's in the machine, and Peter can't shut it off, but he says he can
disrupt the signal with the spider tracer.
The frequency pattern, yeah. So he makes a web line and throws the spider tracer in. Which, remember, how does he trace them? Yeah, they're linked to his nervous system.
Yeah.
So this time, probably not that good of an idea because he takes a big jolt as he's laying on the floor. Sees Billy come in with his knife.
But it works, and the bomb doesn't go off. So quick thinking there.
Yep, and Connors appears normal. So we get a family reunion.
Yeah, in more ways than one. Oh,
yes, because, Connors and Billy go to the police station. Peter heads home. See, this is when they're living in the loft.
Yeah.
Because it had another skylight, just like Chelsea Street.
Gotta have a skylight, man, yeah.
Oh, especially Peter, yeah. But yeah, Mary Jane said, she said, May called, and she sounded upset over the phone and said she had to see you immediately, so Peter grabs some clothes, they grab a cab to Queens, and they come rushing in, and Aunt May, Peter, I'd like you to meet Richard and Mary Parker. They're your parents. Your android parents.
It's a Samadroid.
What?
A Samadroid, like, the Flash.
Oh, yeah. We should cover that storyline right before the Clone Saga, the parents.
Yeah, we'll get to it eventually because that was pure malarkey.
And the young Vulture.
Oh. They tried it. It's fine. You gotta tinker with it. I remember they toyed with the idea in the animated series back in the 90s. I was just like, nope, skip. Always a skip for me.
And so, since it is an anniversary issue, so we get a pin-up page, we get a Spider-Man Venom and Carnage poster. If you've seen this classic image anywhere, that's where this is from. There's a fold-out poster in there.
I'm impressed with your, is this your original, or did you have to go dig for this and find it later on?
No, this is original.
I'm so impressed that little you didn't take those posters out.
I know, me too.
Or did you get 2 copies?
No. Only copy. Then we get an article by Stan about Peter's parents, which he doesn't spoil the twist that'll come. I wonder if at this point, if they knew right away they were going to be imposters. Now they were just like, towards the end they're like, the Clone Saga's coming. We got to get rid of Peter's parents. Okay, let's make them androids sent by the Chameleon.
Exactly. I think they really wanted to explore that, but I think somebody put the kibosh on it, so.
Probably.
Overall, in the Lizard Saga, it's like, it's the lizard.
Mm-hmm.
It was an okay story. I really don't like the kid. But it's the convenient plot point, it's convenient thing. But it's still a decent story. It's a lot of action. So I'll give it a B+.
And the art, Mark Bagley art.
Of course the art. Like, that goes without saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta agree. I mean, the story's okay, but yeah, the art's spectacular. We got a bunch of action. Yeah. You say B+?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okie dokie. Let's talk about this week's Spider-Man books.
Hurt my back lifting them all.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you want to start with Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 4? Or what do you want to start with? Okay.
No, we can start with that. I mean, we can save our two favorites for last. But yeah, Friendly Neighborhood number 4. What did you think?
It was a really communal feel to it. You know what I mean? Like I liked the story. I thought it was fun. It was a lot of good character work, I thought. Mm-hmm. So this story's been fun and decent for me, but it's not like it's never. It's. I don't know. There's just other Spider books that take my attention, but I thought that this week's was really good and it stood out among the Spider-Man stories.
And yeah, just like the past couple issues, I love the art and just even the coloring too. Is just and I love Spider-Man gets in Kingpin's face.
It's one, and it was also a story that was fun, but then it was also heartbreaking. So you get the gambit of emotions, which I like when a writer can pull that off.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Then we get the ending with Aunt May. I guess she's gonna have to talk to Peter.
Cancer, that damn cancer.
It's good. Is this going to cancel the Mephisto deal?
Which is what everybody's thinking.
Oh yeah. Saw articles on it online. Yeah, heck yes. Wasn't it like Charlie said? It's well, maybe it's just because she's 100.
Yeah, if you live long enough, some kind of cancer is going to get you eventually. That's just how that works. Your cells are not, perpetually regenerating themselves.
I mean, she's already lived how many boyfriends and fiancés and husbands already?
I know. It's like I said, it's still fun. It's a solid A for me. It's just like I said, it's just not. I don't particularly care about that storyline with everything else that are going on in the other Spider-Man books. But it's still a good story. It's just not what I'm looking for at this moment. You know what I mean? Like
the whole underground city thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a little too fantastical. I mean, I know they try to mix it up sometimes with Spider-Man, but I'm just fine with him swinging through town dealing with street level villains.
Yeah, I do. That's my favorite. That's my favorite kid, honestly. I think that's why I've really been liking the Miles Morales stuff lately. It just gives me that early, Spider-Man feel. You're still dealing with a little bit of sin, but you still get a little bit more serious. But he still knows how to have fun, and he's still enjoying being Spider-Man. That burden hasn't sat on his shoulders.
Well, since you mentioned it, do you want to jump to Miles Morales Spider-Man number 4?
Yeah, sure. This was my favorite Spider book this week, definitely, and it was one of the better Marvel books that I read as well this week. So, I don't know. I just thought the vice principal thing was just so good.
It was a good story, but you knew how it was going to end. But yeah.
I'm just I just love the artwork on this. I thought the colors did an amazing job. The colors in this book just really pop and just give it a different feel from all the other Spider-Man books that are out. Mm-hmm. It's it's a very stylish, artistic choice that I enjoy. By Javi Garone, I believe. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and I was I don't know, and this is also somebody that I wasn't familiar with. So I was just I don't know. I really want somebody I don't know tinkering around with Miles, because I do enjoy Bendis' interpretation of it, obviously because he created the character. But
yeah, but
I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, Solid in Ahmed. Yeah, I've been liking his stuff. This the Miles Morales book, and he even did I think it was the Amazing Spider-Man annual, the last one, where he did you read that? I don't know if you read that one, where he did it it was a flashback. It's when Peter had the Venom symbiote.
Oh yeah.
And it was told through the eyes of the symbiote, because it was when it was taking Peter out while he was sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah. So I think we have a new up-and-coming star in the Spider-Man family. And
I
look forward to this book every time it comes out. I think those two, the artist and the writer, have a really good vibe. They really do complement each other. And it's weird because 4 issues. You know, sometimes it takes people a while to get that rhythm.
Yeah, and best of all, I mean, I love a one and done.
Yeah. You know, you need a one shot every now and then to just kind of like clear the palette.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just go 6-issue arc to 6-issue arc to 8-issue arc.
I think writers are realizing that now. And I think editors are realizing that, you know, readers need a break too, not just the writers to, you know, recharge their creative juices, as it were. So,
I mean, I know you're thinking ahead to the graphic novels and the trades and stuff, but you know, you could put a bunch of, you know, 1s and 2s and, you know, 3-issue arcs in those.
Yeah, something has to change in the comic book industry, and that's a conversation for Kate's someday, maybe.
I would love to get a bunch of people in the industry on to talk about that, but.
And you know what? I think that's why there's this huge surge in creator-owned properties. There's a lot more leeway. They can do what they want. And, yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall at like Comic-Con when they get together and they bitch about the big two. Like, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, get the alcohol flowing long enough with a bunch of comic book writers and artists. You'll hear some stuff.
All right. So did you read Spider-Man: City at War?
I did, and I was like, this caught me off guard. I was just like, it was one of those. Now it wasn't on my pull list. I just was like, oh, what's this? The new a brand new Marvel universe again.
Well, it's the game continuity.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, I love the game, obviously. I'm sure I've worn like all 3 of my Spider-Man PS4 shirts throughout. So yeah, no, the game is amazing. If you haven't played it, play it, get it. Even if you don't have a PS4, buy a PS4 just for the game. I know people that literally did that. So
I don't have a PS4. If I did, yeah, that's what I would buy it for.
The Easter eggs in this one is so good. The storyline is really good, and Into the Spider-Verse kind of took a few things from the game, or the game got like a little preview of what Into the Spider-Verse was going to do. So it's fun. So yeah, I was just like, oh, okay. And I love Fisk as a Spider-Man villain. Like, I think we don't focus on that enough. I think, you know, especially in light of Daredevil on Netflix, like that kind of has been avoided. But I think that's why Spider-Man, the animated series back from like the 90s, is my favorite, because, you know, he had all the other guys, but Fisk was the main guy. And so that's why I really did end up enjoying this book.
Yeah, because, I mean, yeah, again, this is based on the game. We see them take Fisk down, and he's like, oh, you're going to, you know, beg me to come back when there's, you know, all the criminals rush in and try to fill the vacuum. And
yeah, and these are all, like, original, like, stories, so it's, like, this new take and twist on stuff. So I'm like, looking forward to it, but if I forget about it for a couple of issues, it's not, like, a big deal, but I thought it was good.
Yeah, and then, we get a version of Otto Octavius, Charlie S.
Something Charlie Esser would like, definitely.
who hasn't gone bad yet, who's helping Peter, like, make new equipment.
Or, yeah.
Make the suit you see in the game.
Yes.
And I found it interesting. Mary Jane's like a reporter in this.
You know, redheads. She's getting that Iris West vibe on.
Well, I was thinking, I mean, it might be interesting if they actually did that in the main continuity. Like, if they got back together and give her, like, something. You know, I think sometimes they struggle with, you know, giving her stuff to do.
No, I think she does best when she sits still and looks pretty. That's what she's there for, to model the lingerie for the artists. Bring in our 13-year-old boys. That's what she's there for. Sorry, you got to know your roles and stay in your lane.
You have the naked news.
That's still a thing.
I don't know.
It was like definitely a thing when I was like middle school or high school. I forget what it was, but yeah.
The bra blog with Mary Jane.
I mean, she's an Instagram star. I mean, if you really want to like update it,
there you go.
You know, I mean, Jonah runs a freaking blog, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, no. Now I think Jonah's like a talk radio host or something.
Oh yeah. Well. You know, no, he's a YouTube star. Let's just be real.
Jonah's a shock jock.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, oh my god, can you imagine if Mary Jane became like the new, like, one of the Kardashians?
It would make sense. She's a supermodel there. I mean, if you know about Instagram, if you know, you know. So, I mean, if you really want to update it for the kids, it's just really small tweaks that you'd have to make.
There you go.
Call me. Anyway, no, yeah.
And then the issue ends with Brand New Day era villain, Mr. Negative.
See, if it was Miss Negative, then I'm like, oh, it's me in the Marvel Universe! I can't believe it!
I was going to say, no, it's on his disposition.
I know. But yeah, no, I was just like, oh, that's interesting. What are they getting at here? Are they actually gonna... I feel like all the continuities are kind of almost slowly telling the same story from a different angle, almost. Mm-hmm. Like, really paying attention, so it's weird.
Yeah, but I mean, well, like, the Miles Morales issue is probably another A for me. This one's probably like I want to say B or B+. I'm intrigued. I want to see where it goes next issue.
Yeah, it was definitely a B- for me. It's got some potential. It's got some chutzpah.
Oh, yeah. All right, and then we're going to talk Spider-Man Life Story number 1.
Now, I did reread this.
My pick of the week, yes.
Yes. Like, the artwork still is just such a standout for me. I enjoyed the story well enough, but that artwork is what really puts the cherry on the sundae for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, once again, it's Bagley.
Yeah. Just a huge fan of him.
It's funny. We reviewed a 1992 issue. It's Bagley. Was it one from 2019? It's Bagley.
Been in the game, honing his skills and getting better. Unlike some people.
I think he's like up there on the list of like all-time Spider-Man writers with like Ditko and like Romita Jr. and Sr.
You can't argue that. I think that's an empirical fact. It's not subjective.
I've heard so many people say he's like their favorite artist, and they keep going back to him. So
yeah, no, but that story it's interesting. I like this premise, but obviously it's a limited run. It's a limited hangout.
Well, it kind of has to be, yeah, because each issue deals with a different decade. It's if Peter aged in real time. So this one starts in the 60s.
So we're gonna get his funeral, I think.
Maybe.
I did like the Captain America stuff, though.
Yeah. We got Professor Warren already, so we know where that's going. To be like middle-aged clones running around.
Exactly.
Oh no! Unless he like transfers his mind to a young clone body.
I mean, isn't that all the rage with villains?
Ask Lex. I meant Peter, but yeah.
That too. I mean, he can be the villain of his own story sometimes. Let's just be real. He makes bad choices, but he learns from them. Nobody's got their neck snapped since when?
I just love Haggard Jonah. Giving him his $20 for to go buy a Monkees record.
I think he was born haggard, and that's the point of that. I think he's one of those babies that just come out as an old man with a cigar. Like,
so that's what I'm saying. Before Peter's funeral, we might get Jay Jonah's funeral. But
I think we're gonna get some iconic like twist on things, definitely out of this book, though.
Can we get that hussy Betty Brant?
You gotta love Betty. I don't know. I love Betty. I do.
Because she carried big guns in the 90s.
Big guns and pouches. That's what the 90s were about. Have you been paying attention to any of our podcasts?
Just what every reporter needs.
It depends on where you work at, but yeah.
Oh, true. But yeah, you mentioned the Cap and Iron Man stuff and Flash Thompson shipping off to Vietnam.
Yeah. I was like, don't get yourself killed, you big lug.
Oh, yeah. You have to come back in 2 issues and get framed by the Hobgoblin.
I do like the whole responsibility as a superhero because, we've been through a lot of wars, and the last couple of wars, a lot of comic book writers and artists have chosen to be silent about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Vietnam was that last great protest from a lot of artistic people. So, makes sense.
And Peter trying to decide if he should go because he has powers.
It's kind of like that episode of Smallville when Whitney goes and it makes Clark question himself.
Yeah.
That's always like a good subject matter, I think.
But again, you get Norman as the Green Goblin coming after Spider-Man, and once again, he's
amnesia!
Well, no, not even that. Before he gets the amnesia, once again we get, oh yeah, Harry's a loser, you're my real son.
I mean, it must be hard for people that are like high achievers. I mean, we just saw this huge college scandal, people trying to get their kids in because their kids are ne'er-do-wells. It must be hard to be this high achiever, and then the best friend is like how you want your kid to be. That was me. Parents always loved me. But anyway, yeah. So no, it must be hard.
Yeah. Nice silence. Get my drop. Okay.
I hate you so much, Philip.
So Peter drops a billboard on Norman and smack head amnesia.
It's hereditary. It's genetic.
It's that hair.
Yeah, it's the wave. It's the wave.
It just
makes their brain real soft and mushy.
But this time, instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, that'll be the end of it," Peter's like,
he actually does something.
Oh yeah, he turns
something shady, but
he turns Norman into the. Well, I mean, Norman still did it, even if he doesn't remember it.
I know, but it's just kind of like, you know.
And like you said, I could wake up tomorrow and Norman could be back, and
it was just very un-Peter.
Well, he had to take a different route because, like I said, watch the police arrest Norman, and he's probably going to come back. Maybe this time he never gets his memory back, and he's just like, "Spider-Man, I hate you. Why did you frame me?"
It's up to Harry, yeah. I would prefer that.
I mean, we're going decade by decade. I mean, it could be Harry who throws Gwen off the bridge, and then by the 80s or 90s, you know, it could be Normie coming out.
I was gonna say, yeah. Oh, if they made it like this generational story of hate, of the Osborn hate, I would love it so much.
When we get to like the 2000s or like
the
present day, no, it'll be like Normie versus like Mayday, yeah.
But they go to school and fall in love with each other, of course. Mark my words.
You and your twisted romance novels.
Hey man, I haven't been able to write my fanfic lately. Got no entries for our fan fiction theater either, so it's like,
hey, Wade's World's coming back. Send them in.
I know. But yeah, no, it was a great book. I was a little skeptical. I'm not gonna lie.
Because Gwen's like, hey, what's this under your shirt?
Because there's, you know, the original character that aged. It's Constantine. So.
Oh.
Not quite real time, but close enough for comic books.
And then New 52 happened.
Everybody's got to be 25 and in their prime.
Yeah.
Casual Friday best.
Oh, that's a casual Friday.
That's for Ty in case he wants to listen. Anyway, no, solid. Spider-Man, I mean, he's got a solid lineup. I mean,
Yeah.
I think City at War feels like a gratuitous cash grab, but I still like the actual storyline because I like the game. I also like Injustice, so, you know, the comic book and the game. So it's just like, oh, it's about time they tried something like that.
I don't know if City at War is like a gateway drug, like for these people who play the games and maybe don't read the comics. They're just like, hey, come on, got something for you.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, but the last thing, Charlie and I were talking about this on Super Connectivity, but because I forgot when we were just talking on Capes. Did you see the Spider-Man newspaper strip is coming to an end?
Yeah. End of an era, really.
Yeah, well, I guess that must have been Stan's pet project, because
they were like, oh, he's gone, we can start trimming the budget!
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I mean, at least he brought the marriage back there.
Yeah.
The old J.R. Dallas thing, he's just like, oh, it was a bad dream. He's still married.
You know, he's the only one that had some sense. It's fine.
Yes.
But you know, even the great Stan Lee, you know, if there's a board of editors that say, well, we want to try something different, you know, it's not just him in the bullpen yelling at people anymore, you know?
I know. Well, you know who was behind that whole get rid of the marriage thing? Quesada.
Yeah. He's the Dido.
And he's not even, like, there in the bullpen anymore. Bring it back.
I think they're working on it. Like I said, I feel like every book is subtly telling something from a different angle. Yeah,
because in the newest Amazing, Mary Jane was taking care of Peter while he was sick. I mean, we want your young single Spider-Man. We have Miles.
Exactly. Until he marries Gwen. Anyway.
And our Otto. Superior.
I think it's a great time to be alive and be a Spider-Man fan, though. Like, seriously, though, if you haven't played the Spider-Man game, please, for the love of God, find a friend with a PS4 and play it. It is so good.
I want to. I've heard so many good things about it and all the Easter eggs and suits and stuff.
I think I spent I've only spent 52 or 53 hours on it, seriously, but I think I've unlocked almost everything.
Let's just say 52.
Dude, that number plagues me. Like, I guarantee right now, I look at my phone, it's 52% or something stupid like that.
Or like I'm at work and a number 52 will come up and it's like,
I know. 616 doesn't come up that often for me. That's all that I'll say.
The devil's number. All right. Are we ready to get out of here?
Definitely, because we got some Wonder Woman to discuss.
Lil's favorite. All right, everyone. Send us your thoughts on the current Spider-Man books, on the Amazing Spider-Man 365 we reviewed. Next episode, we're reviewing another Lizard Tale, Web of Spider-Man 110 through 111. Pure 90s shoot 'em up.
No image inducers, though. Or packets.
And then after that, it's like, what is it? Spectacular Spider-Man 238 and 239, a Ben Reilly era tale.
Yeah, terror.
Tail. Get it, Lizard?
Yes, I got it.
So, send on, and then, of course, we'll be reviewing Amazing Spider-Man, the movie. So send your thoughts on any or all of that to capesandlunatics@gmail.com, facebook.com/ultimatespidercast, @ULT_Spidercast on Twitter, @CLSidekicks on Twitter, CLSidekicks on Instagram, and the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And the Lilith.
Oh, if you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me @LilithHellfire on Twitter and @LilithHellfire86 on the gram. Also, if you have the handle @LilithHellfire with no numbers behind it, please do direct message me so we can switch. I want that name! Duh.
Where at?
@LilithHellfire86.
Oh.
Yeah. I just want Lilith Hellfire on Instagram, and it's like, so many Lilith Hellfires out there.
It's like a gang. The little Hellfire gang. Oh, Marvel.
Hellfire Club.
Oh! You should start a club with the Hellfire Club. There you go.
I ain't trying to get sued by Disney. They're so happy.
Alright, join us next time. Web 110, 111. Swing on that.